Long ago, there was a wise and kind king who ruled his land with fairness and love. Everyone adored him. Not just his people, but even animals trusted him. Among all his companions, one stood out, a loyal parrot who was more than a pet. This parrot was like a friend and guide, always by the king's side, comforting him in times of loneliness. One day the parrot gently asked, "Your Majesty, may I visit my old parents? I haven't seen them in a long time. I'll return soon." The king's heart grew heavy. The thought of being without his dearest friend made him sad, but he nodded and said softly, "Go, but promise me you'll come back." The parrot flew over forests and rivers until he finally reached his parents' home. They were overjoyed to see him. When it was time for him to leave, his parents wept and handed him a magical fruit. "Give this to the king," they said. "It has the power to heal all sickness and make the old young again." Excited to deliver this gift, the parrot began his journey back. But the trip was long and tiring. One afternoon, exhausted, he rested under a tree and fell asleep. While he slept, a poisonous snake crept up and bit a small piece of the fruit before slithering away. The parrot woke, unaware of what had happened, and continued on his way. When he returned to the palace, he joyfully said, "My king, I brought you this magical fruit. It will keep you young and healthy forever." The king smiled, but his cautious minister advised, "We must test it first, my lord. It might be dangerous." So they gave a small piece to a servant. Moments later, the servant collapsed and died. Shock and rage filled the king's heart. "This parrot tried to poison me. Kill him at once," he roared. The parrot cried and tried to explain, but no one listened. With tears in his eyes, the loyal bird was executed, dying without justice. The remaining fruit was thrown away. Days later, at the same spot, a tree sprouted. It grew quickly and bore the same kind of fruit. The king warned his people, "Never eat from this tree. Its fruit is deadly." But fate had its own plan. One day, an old, starving couple passed by the tree. Desperate for food, they ate the fruit and rested beneath the tree. When they woke up, they were stunned. Their wrinkles were gone, their bodies strong and youthful again. News of the miracle spread rapidly. The king, curious yet cautious, summoned an old, sick courtier and offered him the fruit. Within moments, the man transformed. His back straightened, his voice grew strong, and he looked young once more. The truth struck the king like lightning. The parrot had been innocent all along. He had only wanted to gift his beloved king eternal youth and health. The king's heart shattered with guilt. Tears rolled down his face as he whispered the name of his most loyal friend who had been wrongly killed. The tree still stands today, but more powerful than the tree is the lesson it carries. Never make decisions in anger or blindly trust others' advice. True wisdom is found in patience, in listening carefully, and in judging with kindness. Sometimes, the ones who love us most are the ones we misunderstand the most. Acting in haste can destroy a lifetime of loyalty and friendship. Before you act, pause and ask your heart, not just your mind. Because regret speaks louder when the innocent can no longer speak for themselves.